And we're back. We got a lucky win in the last one, a little disconnection. So let's try and win the proper way against Winzahan from Miramar. Wow. I'm gonna try something a little fancy here. We're gonna fianchetto the bishop. Oh, maybe not. Screw it. We're pot committed. I think pawn c4. Psych. We'll just go one step. Maybe we castle. Maybe we trade off the queens early, get my rook out. I'm going to stop trying to use all the fancy gimmicks like this because a pretty bad mouse slip last game. If you're watching this video, let me know what you do outside of chess. This is a pretty loose hobby of mine. I like being outdoors. Golf, pickleball, tennis, being active. Though I will admit this weekend was a bit of a bender for me. I got a little bit after it, let's just say. Okay, I kind of want to push this pawn because this is annoying. This knight's going to jump in. I don't think I can do this because 1, 2. Yeah, it's going to cut off one of my defenders. Let's do that. Try and get this bishop out. He's probably going to get his bishop here or here. I just said I'm going to stop drawing all these arrows, but look at me go. I think maybe there is a world where I just push. Takes. I can't do that. Maybe bishop here, actually. Yeah, I kind of like that. We're getting crazy with it. My king's very safe. Okay. This is his good bishop. This is like my bad bishop. Let's trade. The way you know that is based off the pawn chain. His bishop's like blocked in from his pawns. I mean, this guy's fianchetted, so he's always going to be pretty strong. This pawn's under attack. Queen here. You got to be scared of this in the future. This knight can be annoying. I'm hesitant to push this pawn only because down the road it just creates weaknesses when you move too many pieces around your king. Where does this knight belong? Here or here? How do I get him there? We could cut off the queen to let the knight hop, but maybe we want a queen trade. Takes. I actually don't hate recap. I was thinking about capturing with the queen, but I actually don't hate capturing with the pawn. because then I can push this guy and he'll have a buddy to work with, versus if I ever push him solo. What are you trying to do here, Wizar? This guy kind of looks dumb, doesn't he? Well, I guess he protects this, but then what is this rook doing? Yep, he's going for it. Huh. Maybe we do need to push this pawn so I can get my knight into the game. Or queen over, and then I could get my knight in the game. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. I didn't want to weaken these pawns. I think down the road this guy's going to jump. I guess we can't even move the knight over because he's just going to take. Shoot. Maybe I do have to punch, but the queen can just go here. I guess rook over, but I am hesitant to, one, that makes this a big fork vulnerability, but two, if this knight ever gets kicked, this is a very scary square with this guy. Maybe we kick this knight away, and then we can bring the rook over and the knight out. Yeah, I like that. This knight's almost trapped. This... The good news is in all of this is he doesn't really have an attack either. I know I'm not doing much, but I'd argue he's also not doing very much. Yeah, if I push this pawn ever, once this queen moves, this knight's going to have a nice little home here, which I'd like to avoid. This knight could go here. In fact, it probably will go there. It might need to be snapped off because my pieces can't move. I mean, maybe I just push this pawn so he's got some breathing room. But even then, what does he do? I don't really want to give up my bishop. It's going to create a lot of weaknesses around my king. But if these knights start getting a little too ambitious, I might have to punish them. Might have to punish that. Oh, wow, he's going to stack up hard here. Okay. Now this is getting scary. Man, these 1700s are good, huh? I want to move this pawn, but I'm going to get forked. I mean, I don't really have to do anything. I eventually might push this pawn because I don't want to take with the bishop, but I don't want to put myself in a pin. Yeah. This is like one of those situations where doing nothing is better than something. Because if I try to get too clever moving my pieces around, this guy's going to fall. But as it stands, he can't really do anything. I mean, he can push this pawn. I guess, yeah, that's exactly what he could do. So maybe I do need to open up the rook so he can defend this. Tricky, tricky. Okay, he wants to take here. This queen might be coming in pretty soon here. I think I gotta chop that knight off. It's scary. It's very scary. But we could do this first, actually. Honestly, my best bet might just be winning on time on this guy. Hate to say it. Hate to be that guy. It's not true. I love being that guy. Yeah, he is, maybe I just start moving faster. Put that time pressure on him. Okay. Let's question her again. I mean, this was a bad move because he just is relieving a lot of tension here. There's not much he can do, and I can bring the rook up. I can bring the rook over. I actually don't have to take. It's also tough because his queen is leading the charge. So if his queen ever takes first, I can always recapture with a minor piece. Because what's going to happen is knight takes, recaptures. I mean, I'll have my rook here by then. And then if he takes with his queen, I mean, I just recapture with my knight. Yep. Okay, so I actually can't move my rook up because if he takes, actually I can. Scratch that. Disregard. I thought my queen would have to recapture, but my knight can actually just defend. Yeah, so if takes here, I can't take with the queen. Well, I'd lose my queen anyways, but I was thinking it would stop defending this knight. So I would lose that, but I could just recapture with the knight. Yep. Okay. Wow, good move. Did not think of that. This queen's about to be Pac-Man. Start chomping up all my pawns. Silver lining, he's got a minute 30 left. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? And unfortunately, I don't have any back rings because these guys are both protecting. This is definitely going to be a time win. Maybe I just go fast here then. Takes. We just move fast and hope for the best. Sure. Take my queen. If I can remove this bishop, there's a world in where I checkmate him. Especially if he's under time pressure. Yeah, how do we get rid of this bishop? I gotta be careful about taking this because his queen might pin. So let's say he moves the bishop here. I take... Even the bishop could pin here. Ooh. Well, I guess you can't do that now, but... This guy's stuck playing defense too, so... It's like I'm down even more material. Let's get the... I don't want my rook to get trapped down here. I want him to build the defend if push comes to shove. Not my cleanest game, but I don't think he can finish me off in 20 seconds here. So we might just sneak away with this one. What does that do? Nothing. Nothing again. Oh, he's gonna... That's fine. Just gonna wait till you run out of time. Ah, I was thinking I could take this pawn, but... This one, but... I mean, you just don't have enough time to do this, buddy. Do I do it? Yeah, screw it. You don't got time for this. GG. Got you. Got your ass.